Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Jess with Love to Plan with Jess, and today we are decorating my Happy Planner horizontal layout that I use for my full-time job. We're going to decorate for the week of April 21st, and I have some Live Love Posh products here. These released in the Neutral Edit collection a bit ago, maybe a couple of months ago now, but these products are still available last time I checked, and you can use code LOVE10 to save on your order. I will also have an affiliate link in the description. So I have some washi here. We have neutral elements and we have functionally neutral, and I wanted to use this set. I thought that this was super cute, especially for my work planner. So this is what I am using today, and we're going to just pair it with the boxes and all the functional stuff that's in this book. So the first thing that I like to do in this layout is to white out Saturday, Sunday, and notes because I don't work on those days. And I use this section over here pretty decoratively. I will put a larger box in there for a brain dump or an overflow to-do list. But this section is usually where I start. So I have my Uniball Signo white gel pen and just using that to white this out. All right, so I know that there are some like corner florals in here. I don't usually do this, but what if we take this page out? This set only has one page. Uh-oh, that didn't work out so well. Okay, I don't think that I ripped the sticker at all. I think that that's just like the part that's cut off, so we're okay. This set has, there are 2 pages, but they're identical pages. A lot of the sets in here will have 4 pages total and like 2 different like sets of stickers. But since this one just has 1, I feel like we can just take it out of the book and it'll be a whole lot easier to work with. So there are 3 different corner florals here, and I was thinking of putting one down here, but I don't know, they're kind of small. I think that it's still going to look super cute though. Let's take this one and we'll put that one down in the corner at the bottom. But I think I also want to use washi, but since this is a clear sticker, I'm not going to be able to put the washi underneath. So we're just going to lay this down, and I'm going to kind of have to cut the washi when I put it down sort of up against that floral. So let's go ahead and select our washi, and I like to usually layer like 2 different colors. I think that that looks cute. So how about we do, I want like a pinkish color. Maybe like this one, if I can get it out of here. Yeah, I think that this one will look really cute. And then maybe like a brownish color, maybe this one. How do these look together? I think that's okay, or do we want this one? No, I think I like the first one that I picked. So we're going to use these 2, and I'm going to layer them. Let's put the brown one down first. And I'm just going to put this at the edge here. And when we get to that floral, I'm going to take my craft knife and I'm just going to kind of cut it at an angle. I'm not going to try and like cut around that floral. Actually, let's cut at an angle a little bit further away because we were still covering up a little bit of that sticker. Okay, and then we're going to just do the same thing with the pink one. I'm just going to layer it right, or not layer it, but stack it right on top. And we'll just cut at an angle here. Okay, I think that looks cute, and I think I want to put this desk down here. So as I mentioned, this section is going to be pretty decorative over here, and I think after we lay this down, maybe we'll grab a larger box that we can put over here. But I kind of wanted to put this down. I'm going to trim off the clear part of this sticker because when you layer it over washi, it tends to like make your washi look kind of dull. So I'm going to put this down right here. I think that that looks really cute. And then maybe we should add in one of these ladies too. Let's take her and we'll put her right here. Should we put her down here or on top of the washi? Kind of think I like her here, like right next to that washi. All right, cute start. Let's go to functionally neutral now and let's select a box. I want to have one of these double wide boxes. I am almost out of them. How sad. We only have 5 of them left. Let's pick, I think this color probably would have been best, but I've used it already. So we're just going to go with this other pink. And let's place that. I'd like to put it up here to kind of cover up that white out, but you know what we'll do? Let's put it here and then I'll layer like a header box off of it on the side and to cover up that white out. So I'm gonna put this like right here. Oh, that's not gonna really cover up that white out, is it? Oh, well, all right, let's grab a header box. Should we use this darker brown or the lighter brown? Kind of feel like since we're using the lighter pink that maybe we'll also use the lighter brown. I could use this kind of bigger box as a header and then that will cover up that white out. Let's do that. So we will put this right here. There we go. And then I can label that something is really crooked. I think it might be that big pink box and I'm not going to fight with it to pick it up. So we're going to accept the crookedness and we're just going to leave that there. All right, this looks cute. I am happy with it. Now we're going to move over to the left side for a moment, do a little bit of decorating over here. We still have space here, but I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with that space. We might put like a large quote or something. But for this side, I do want to use another corner floral. Now, if I put it here, we're going to cover up the day of the week. That doesn't usually bother me because I tend to decoratively date my spreads. So I will put a new day of the week and date up here. I just don't know if we want to do it within the box or at the edge. I think we're going to do it here, like within the box. So let's take my Uniball Signo again, and we're just going to cover up Monday so that you don't see it underneath that clear sticker. And we'll put this right here in the corner. So I'm filming this on, what is it, Saturday the 12th. So we are kind of far in advance. I just got back from a business trip and so this is the first video that I am filming in probably like a week. So I feel really rusty. I don't know if I seem rusty or not, but if I do, please forgive me. I definitely feel a little rusty because I haven't filmed a video in a while. But I was actually really excited to get back to film, to film a video. I find this very like therapeutic, and when I don't like decorate spreads and film for a while, you know, it makes me kind of sad. I really enjoy doing this. All right, I think, should we put this up here? Or should we do like a quote there? We're going to need to find some quotes. So I do have Functionally Noir, and there are some quotes here. So let's grab let's grab a quote. Maybe we can find like a larger quote to put here. How about this one? Actually, I do want a larger quote on this side. Let's take this one for over here. You're only confined by the walls you build yourself. Let's take this one and put that like right here, and then we can do something else up here to fill that space in. And then for over here, how about the struggle is part of the story? Let's take this one and put that here. Okay, we're going to keep that book handy. And I don't think that I mentioned how I sort of use this side of the page. So when Happy Planner changed to have this checklist down the side, it kind of changed a little bit how I was decorating. At first, I was using this whole column here as a checklist, but now I sort of bounce around. So for Monday, this is going to be my like checklist for my to-dos. For Tuesday, I'm going to put a checklist over here. So we're going to focus on decorative stuff on this section. And I think that would be a good spot for this. And maybe we can throw in some washi since we would like to use some washi on this side of the page. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put this here, and it's already kind of cut at an angle. The angle is going to be the opposite side, opposite way as down here, but I don't know, I kind of dig that. So we're going to do the brown and then the pink. Oops, except I'm gonna need to line this up a little better. There we go. So it's about 11:15 right now. My son has his second soccer game of the season, and that starts at 1. So probably leave here around, I don't know, start getting ready like 12:20, 12:30. I feel like that's a little bit, a little wonky. Let's see if I can straighten that out. And my in-laws are in town, so they're going to come to his game, which will be really fun. Let's get a box here, and I'm gonna take functionally neutral, and we can do, how about like a pink box? We'll do that lighter pink color, which is this one, right? Yeah. And I think I like this size. And since this sticker, so this one is clear, and usually when you layer like a box or something over a clear sticker, you can see through it, and I don't love how that looks, but this is a pretty light box, and we're gonna be layering something like black over it. So it actually, don't really think that I need to do any kind of like covering up or anything, except I feel like I want this a little lower. So let's scooch this down just a little bit. That's kind of a lot of bit, but I think that that placement will be better here. And then we'll put this here. Okay, I think that's cute. Now we have a box for some function, and then we'll do a little checklist over here. Now for Wednesday, this is going to be our function, or this is going to be our decorative space, and we're going to have the function here. So let's take, I really like this like stack of books with the cup of, I'm gonna call it a cup of tea because I'm a tea drinker. Most people would probably say that's a cup of coffee, but we're gonna put this here. Except not crooked. We ripped the page pretty bad, but we're just going to stick this right on top, so that'll be okay. And we can either do something else decorative here, or we can do another quote. Let's find a quote. How about life is too short to be negative? That's a really good reminder. I'll put this right here. All right, now for Thursday, we're going to have our decorative space over here, and let's see what we should add. How about these? Are these like books or maybe a planner or something? I think that this is really cute. And then I'm thinking this plant next to it. A plant's kind of big, maybe a purse. Maybe this bag right here. And I think I'm going to take a box. In these books, there are these like long skinny boxes, these, and I think that they're really fun. Let's use a brown one since we haven't, oh, I've already used it. We have another one. So let's take this. And we can put this down here because my checklists are going to go over there. So let's put this here. And I really like these boxes because they're, I don't know, I just really like the shape of them. So let's put this here. I'm going to just cut that clear part off again so that we don't have it going over our box and kind of making it look dull. And this I am just going to kind of stick right here like that. That looks really cute. Now for Friday, I can really make my checklists kind of wherever I want. I think we'll do the checklists here and then we'll do something decorative over here, right? Or should, yeah, I think we'll do checklists here and something decorative here because if I wanted to do like a box or something, I wouldn't want the box on top of that box. So let's grab, should we do like a full-size box? Or there's these square ones. I like the square. Let's take a brown square box. And I think that we're just going to decorate over here with some florals. So let's just put this box kind of like in the center of that space. And we have some florals. Let's take this like larger one. And I'm gonna cut just a little bit. And we're gonna place that right here. And then we have this little scrap. I think I'm gonna put that right there. We have a lot of like really small little icons, and I was kind of thinking of maybe just like randomly putting them throughout the spread. So let's take this, I don't know what this is, like a cup of creamer maybe. Can actually maybe set that on top of that box. So let's do that. We can put this up here. And this rose is going to be a little bit tall, but that's okay if we go kind of outside the lines a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to cut the bottom and I'll put this right here. That's really pretty. Now we have like these glasses, and this is like a tiny little vase with a tiny little rose. How cute is that? Where can we put this? How about right here? Put that right here. And the glasses with, should we do this little like pen cup holder, like up here? I like the glasses here. I don't know that I love this there. What else can we put with these little glasses? How about this plant? Is this going to be too big? We can put this down here. So I don't usually like to have my stickers floating, but I don't know, sometimes in like these spaces, I feel like it's okay to just have kind of some floating stickers. Now, what about this little cup holder? Let's like squeeze it in right there. Okay, let's get our bullets in and then we're going to date it. We did get rid of Monday, so we're gonna have to put in some dates. But let's first put bullets in. So in this book, there are these teeny tiny perfect bullets. I absolutely love them. This is like the perfect size in my opinion for a bullet. Now, usually I will put them, I'll put like 3 bullets, but I don't know. Part of me is wanting to do them on every single space. Should we do that or is that too much? I don't know. This week, let's try it. This book does have tons of bullets, so we're going to have more than enough. So I'm going to kind of finish putting all of the bullets in. I think we're going to use both colors, the brown and the pink. So I'm going to get these bullets in and I'll be right back. The bullets are all in and I think that it looks super cute. I just took a look at my phone and I noticed that my spread was kind of shifted up. I really hope that it wasn't like that for the whole video. If it was, I apologize if you couldn't see like the top of the spread. Let's now put in the days of the week. So we have a few different options. We have these that have the colored background with the white letters, and then we also have these like script ones, and I really like these script ones. We also have these that are like a white background with the colored letters. Let's do these. They might be a little harder to see on camera, but I will definitely be able to see them. And I really like them. I think that they are very pretty and kind of go with the spread. So just need to decide what color. These are the 2 colors that we've been using, but part of me wants to use this darker brown just because I feel like you're going to be able to see it a little bit better. So let's go with this darker brown color. Yeah, look how pretty that is. So, and for Monday, I'm just putting it right over that floral and label the rest of the days, and then we will get the dates. Now for the dates, we have a few different options as well. So we're going to have round ones. We're going to have these small squares and the larger squares. And I think, oh no, do I not? Okay, I do have them. I think I'm going to use the smaller squares. Now this starts on the 21st. And these I think are meant for a monthly, but I like using them in the horizontal just because I feel like they fit really nicely in the horizontal. So I'll take these dates. Okay, and then we can make April look a little fancy. So let's go to our April sticker. And if we're going to stick with the same font, we're going to use this. It's going to be real tiny. These are really small, but I think that that's okay. I'm going to take my white gel pen and we're going to cover this up just because this sticker is pretty small and I don't think it's going to cover that entire word. So we're just going to use this to kind of camouflage those letters that are going to be under the under this April sticker. Okay, what do we think? Now that we have our bullets in and our dates in, I like to take one final look to see if there's anything else that we want to add. We do have a little bit of space up here, and I feel like that would be a good spot for a floral, but we do have a floral right there, so I don't know if I want to add one. Yeah, I think that the spread is pretty full, and I think that it came out really cute. And I think that we're done. So this is going to be my horizontal spread for the week of April 21st. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you would hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.